Hello.
Hi.
So let's do
We've
for
got
those who
Lewis from Panama City Beach. Doing good.
Hi Lewis. So we're having a mic issue. So we just want to check does everyone hear me clearly? Then please type a number 1. Okay? And Amber.
Hello, everybody.
All right.
It's Amber Kivett. Super excited that you're all here today. We are excited to hear where you're from, where you're tuning in from, because we are streaming in from Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. And so just give us a shout out from wherever you're at and give us thumbs up that you can hear Joel and I both.
So it seems like everyone hears me. Do you hear me yet, Amber? It's bad news. Amber can't hear me. So
No, but
all
I'm
right.
really good at reading lips.
Okay.
Okay, so give me an if you can hear me okay, give me thumbs up. If you can't hear me as well, I don't have my microphone on tonight. So if you can't hear me, give me thumbs down. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Super excited. And we've got people coming in from everywhere. Yay! Super excited. Hey, real quick, while everybody's bouncing in, before I debut this surprise new device in front of me that many of you probably can't see yet because I'm keeping it hidden for now. I want to share with all of you, if you have not already registered for the 21-day challenge with me, starting on February 8th, Joel is going to provide you a link so that you can just click on it and you can go to our actual website, and it's going to give you all the details of what you need to do in order to register, because this is not one of those events that you can just kind of participate along with without registering, because we're keeping track of points, and you all have an opportunity to win the Flex Stride. Matter of fact, as Joel is listing that link, stay right where you're at. I'm going to grab the Flex Stride because if you weren't on the last launch, I have it handy so that you can see what we're giving away. But you have the opportunity to win this if you are participating, and it's 21 days of workouts with me, different exercises, super easy beginner level going all the way up to advanced. So each and every day, I'm going to give you a new exercise to try out on your whole body vibration platform. And with that, you'll have the opportunity to earn points. And if you can share with us your experience, whether you like the exercises, whether you don't like the exercises, if you're having trouble with any of your exercises, or you're having pain, so that we can teach you how to modify each and every exercise in the long term so that you can create your own workouts with a variety of different exercises that we're providing. You're going to get 21 days of me in a row. Like, I know you're all asking for more and more workouts and more videos, right? So Joel is making all that come true. And so we are launching this 21-day wellness journey together, and we all work better as a team. So make sure you register, and it's an app that's going to keep track of everything for us. The app is free to use, but we keep track of your points, which, got to be honest, because that's the only way that we know what you're doing at home. And as you share your thoughts with us by posting on any of the social media outlets, shooting us an email, letting us know how you're doing, we're going to give you even more points towards that, which you can earn to win the Flex Stride. And some of you are going to earn a t-shirt just for registering. So hang tight, Joel. I'm going to let you take over. Joel, I'm going to go grab the Flex Stride and bring it back over so everybody can see it real quick.
Hi everyone. So I just posted the link. Let me know if you see the link in the comments. If you don't see the link, I'll get someone else to drop the link. So please let me know by typing, I got the link. So I know you have the link. I posted in the comments.
And now I can hear you.
Awesome. You see, the flex stride is a miracle.
And you can use it on carpet, or you can use it on a hard surface with a non-slip mat. You can use it underneath of your desk using your regular office chair. We have these little tracks that go inside the wheels of your chair so that you don't roll around. Keeps you conveniently positioned so that you can continue to pedal away. I'm just chilling out at home. You can lay back, pedal away while you're watching TV, doing whatever it is you like to do. So a lot of different things that you can do with the Flex Stride. And it's super smooth. So those of you who don't have this yet, I know my head's cut off. It's like almost like a rollerblade wheel that runs back and forth on this track. Way cool. So it's like a traditional elliptical trainer, but like 30 pounds, something like that. You could carry it around and super easy to move around if you actually want to keep it out of your way. I actually have some ladies in an office building across the street from my husband's place. They have put these in their office underneath of their desk to keep track of points on their activity tracker on their wrist. So it actually keeps tracks of points as you're using it, so that you're continuing to move. It keeps track of strides with how your arms should be working, but your arms are usually typing. But if you're pedaling a little bit, it actually keeps track of points on your activity tracker. So Fitbit, Apple Watch, all that kind of good stuff. So anything else with that, Joel, with the 21-day challenge?
No, one person said they didn't see the link. So please let me know where you're streaming from. I think that's what I read here. No link. Nope. So let me know where you're watching so I know where I should post the link. But the 21-day challenge is gonna be out of this world.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited about it. It's all my favorite exercises, and like I said, maybe you've just you're like a month and a half or so out of a surgery, or you're recovering from an injury. You can still participate. I'm providing you all the modifications to go super easy if you want to go super easy, or for those of you who are like diehard go-getters, we're going to make it really challenging if you want it to be really challenging. But it doesn't matter where you're coming from in ability level or restrictions. You're all going to be able to participate with the whole 21-day journey together. So, and if you need help with some of the exercises, something's not clicking or you don't understand it, let us know. But again, you're going to get a full view video of how to do each and every exercise for 21 days. So if you're not finding the link, come back to Facebook after we're done, or come back to Instagram, or whichever channel you're coming from. We will have all those links provided for you after we get through with our launch today. So Joel, we ready to roll?
Yes. Okay, just let you know that Serenity is going to be live now for another 2 hours and 51 minutes. 20% off. Normally it's $129.99. Now it's $109.99. No code needed. And then it's going to go away. And then tomorrow it's going to return at 10 a.m.
Yep.
I hope. All right. Awesome. Okay,
awesome.
So the floor is yours, Amber.
Awesome. So everybody, this is the Serenity foot massager. A little different from our other massagers available. This one actually has a smooth surface. It doesn't have the little rollerball points around the perimeter, but very smooth surface, vibrates. Or if you choose to have the shiatsu massager balls running at the same time in the middle, there's 3 preset programs. One is an auto program in which you're moving through everything from a speed of 9 to 15. And then levels of the P1 and P2 programs are manual programs. So it allows just the surface to vibrate with no roller balls. The second one allows you to feel the vibration with the roller balls, but it allows you to adjust the speed as you feel comfortable. It's already 10-minute preset for timing. So you have, you can work with it for 10 minutes. We don't recommend any more than 20 minutes in a given session. Super quiet. So if you keep track of the decibel ratings, it's 55 decibels. So super quiet. As far as how you can use this. This is only made for your feet, your calves, and your low back. Yes, you heard me right, the low back. We don't want to use this on our arms. It's not tested to do that. So be careful. You are using it at your own risk if you try and do something other than foot, calves, and low back. And max capacity on this from a seated position is 66 pounds. So if you have lymphedema in your limbs and you're feeling like your leg weighs more than 30 pounds, you can fit 33 pounds of force on each pedal. And again, you don't want to use this from a standing position. You want to remain seated when you're using this so that it runs as it's supposed to without causing any other issues. And one other really important thing when you're using this, those of you, I have worked with so many clients that have super sweaty feet. They just naturally develop sweaty, wet feet just from sitting, or you take your socks off and your feet are naturally sweaty. You cannot use this if you have wet or sweaty feet. So make sure you're wearing a sock or make sure that you dry off your feet before you use it. And because certain things that we do on the bottom of our feet overstimulate us, vibration doesn't necessarily hyperstimulate us, but the massage balls can overstimulate to the point that you can't fall asleep at night. So what I always tell people when we're talking about doing a calming treatment on the whole body vibration platforms, the same would apply to this. You want to use it about an hour before you're ready to go to bed so that your neurological system has time to zone down and actually recover for you to be able to fall asleep. Versus some of you, this is going to feel so unbelievably good that it's going to stimulate you to be a little bit more awake. So be careful with doing too much right before bedtime, but use it on a lower level speed if you're kind of playing with the line of timing before bedtime. And I think you're going to find, as I know I have been playing around with this a little bit this week, since I'm extremely excited to be able to use it first. But it feels like an incredible foot massage. I know a lot of people that I work on in a massage setting have super ticklish feet and can't handle pressure or can't handle people touching their feet. This is one of those devices that you can actually put your feet on it and you can desensitize your mind because you're in control of the unit and you're in control of the speed. So it allows you to actually receive the massage on the bottom of your feet, which is super, super sensitive because all of your nerve endings are in the bottom of your feet. So it doesn't necessarily tickle. It feels really, really good. And you can do it at home every day without having to pay extra money, right? So Joel, we are charging, is it $109 just tonight for 2 hours, correct? So just for 2 hours, $109 is what this is going to cost you if you order it tonight, not tomorrow morning, tonight. That's how that works. Real quick, I'm going to turn this on so you can see how it all works. One of the really cool features with this is the remote. Okay, if you can see that little hole down there at the bottom, that little hole is made for you to slide a lanyard or a piece of string through it if you choose to, so that if you don't want to hold on to the lanyard or to hold on to the remote, you can hang it around your neck or you can stick it into a pocket and you don't have to bend over and touch the unit. You can use your toes to activate the unit, but if you choose to use the remote, it actually comes with a little hole. It does not come with the lanyard, but it comes with a little hole so you can put a lanyard through it so you can hang it and know where it's at without having to actually hold it. You can lay back and totally chill out, which I'm getting ready to do so you can actually see and hear how this works. 10 minutes, and it's got 15 different levels of speed, only 3 programs. So not a whole lot of confusion as to how to operate this. It's either 1, 2, or 3. That's it. There's no other way around it. 1 and 2 gives you the ability to mess around with the speeds a little bit. There's only one preset program that is auto mode. So once you turn it on, you can't change anything about it. You just sit back, relax, and let the machine do its thing. And it alternates between vibration of the smooth surface versus the rolling balls here in the middle. So if you have gone to some shopping centers and put your hand in or put your leg on one of those massage chairs that just really kneads the dough, feels really good, like this is what this does for the bottom of your feet. If you have restless leg syndrome and you're not quite getting everything out of your whole body vibration platform that you want, you can lay this down on the floor. You can sit it on the floor and you can lay your legs across it, and it really massages and gets really like deep into those calf muscles if that's what you're wanting. If you're just wanting the vibration and the relief of the vibration, you can do it without having the middle actually working. So if that makes sense. Joel, I'm going to let you jump in and answer any questions if I'm not. There's their ambient temperature, 32 degrees to 104 degrees. So can you explain what that means, Joel?
Hi.
Did
I'll
you
be
hear what I
honest
just
with
said?
you. Yes, I did. I'm not even sure what the ambient temperature is. I'm not sure this is supposed to be a heated model.
Okay.
Give me a few
If it's
minutes.
not
Let me
heated,
verify.
okay, if it is not heated, that was in the settings. So my friends that are watching, one thing that I want to make sure you all understand, anytime that I'm sharing one of these products with you, whether it's a platform, whether it's the compression boots, whether it's the foot massager or the hand massager, I read this manual front to back and all the fine print in between. So I really urge you to do the same thing, because so many of you ask us a lot of different questions, which we are super thankful for. But a lot of your answers are right here in this booklet. And a lot of you probably don't think that this matters a whole lot, and you just pitch it into the trash and then you don't realize it. If that happens and you want the user manual handy, contact us and we will email you a PDF copy of that. It's really important that you read your manual, because there's a lot of safety features that we don't want you to just assume that it's might be safe to try it to do something. Make sure and read. There's a lot of fine print in there. Like, for instance, this is the first time that I've read not to use it with wet feet or sweaty feet. Like, that's an important thing, because if you do have moisture in your feet and it gets inside where all the electrical components are, it's just a different setup compared to the whole body vibration platforms. So make sure you read the fine print. Anyways, where I was going with that, in the very back of the booklet, it states ambient temperature 32 to 104 degrees. So perhaps, Joel, that means that's what the room temperature has to be in order for this to function, versus it actually being a heated model or a chilled model. I don't know. I just saw that the in the specs it mentioned an ambient temperature. So maybe that's temperature of the room. I'm sure if any of you have a room that's 32 degrees, I'm not coming to visit you. I'm going to stay where those of you who have the room temperature of 104, because that's totally my kind of thing. If you can see the snow behind me, like, I don't do cold weather. So I'm all about that 100-degree ambient temperature. So
Let's put it this way. I'm not visiting you if your home is 100 degrees. I'm telling you now.
Oh, that being said,
more like 65, 70.
That being said, if you're in a warm climate right now, let's interact. Let us know what your weather's like. Today, I had freezing rain that turned into snow. Very, very cold. But again, and those of you who have body aches and pains and autoimmune issues, I have fibromyalgia, so my body just hurts a little bit more frequently when it's as cold as it is outside, especially in a day like today where it's really icy outside. So again, I don't want to ask my 10-year-old daughter to get down and rub lotion all over my feet. This is a good time to get on here and loosen up, and just, even if it doesn't loosen you up, it is feel good. And just feeling good emotionally and mentally releases the tension physically. So so I'm going to turn this on so you can all hear how it works. And again, we've got the remote here. It's got the P is for the preset program. It's got a timing mode. So if you're wanting to go down in time, if you're using program 1 or 2, you can decrease your time from 10 minutes. And the other one is stop and start and power on. So once you actually get all situated and feeling great, you don't have to bend back over to touch the buttons. If you don't want to use your little Piggly Wigglies, then you can use the remote from your hanging lanyard on your neck. So preset program, P1, starting. And I'm going to bring this really close to my computer so you can hear how quiet it is. And as you can see, it's not too much vibration, but it's just enough to make you feel good. So P1 is it's more of a manual setting. So from here, I can increase, I believe. I think my battery works. There we go. We can increase the speed. So that was entry level all the way up to a 15. And yes, if you have plantar fasciitis, this is your new best friend. So yes, you can see that vibrating just enough, not a huge transition of amplitude there by any means, but just enough to create that relief in those connective tissues. Because remember, 80% of the neuroreceptors that give your brain feedback where you're at in space and also communicate with emotion and pain exist on the skin on the bottom of your feet. So if you have a lot of pain because of stress or because it's cold outside, just putting your feet on this is going to stimulate the brain in a calming sense. So yes, and if you have a lot of pain, I like to say our mutual friend Todd Durkin, he or she who has good health has 1,000 dreams, and he or she who doesn't have good health only has one. And so for us, Life Pro, to be able to give you your dreams back by taking away some of your pain, this is something very simple for just a little over $100 to take away pain, even if it's just for a few hours. Like, just feeling relief is wonderful to be able to just unload. So that is P1. We're going to stop. And we're going to do P2. And we're going to start. And again, you can hear how quiet it is. And on this one, we're getting these middle balls. You can see my hand moving just ever so slightly, but you can see how those little roller balls actually pop out of there and move and tickle your tissues. Okay. And then the perimeter of this is also vibrating at the same time. And it's a very smooth, soft mat that's on that. So again, that's on the high speed right there. And if you choose to use your finger up here, you can use your finger up here. We're going to go for P3. And that is the auto mode. So you can't change anything from here. It automatically bounces back and forth from a speed of 9 to 15. And it interacts between the balls and the smooth surface here. So I'm going to actually put this on the ground so you can see what it does to my body. And you can judge the vibration for yourself. I might have a little bit of an emotional experience here because, again, all that emotion stored through your feet feels really, really good. And this is pretty awesome. Joel, you did good. Absolutely amazing. Woo! This feels amazing. So I haven't played around with it to enjoy it as much as I am right now. I have participated in one of the preset programs, but of course you're not supposed to do it for more than 20 minutes. So, and it just arrived a few days ago. So this feels absolutely incredible. And so here we go with, oh, it's switching. Oh, okay, Joel, you're taking over. I'm just going to chill out here for a second. You can see my thighs are moving. Those little roller balls are doing their thing.
Yes, awesome. You relax. I'm gonna answer Beth. Hi, Beth. You're just awesome. I'm just letting you know. Beth, you're just awesome. So to answer your question between the Vitalize and the Serenity, is this model is a much lighter model. There's two key differences. The rollers are not as intense as the Vitalize. Number two difference is that the Vitalize works like our vibration plates. It goes up and down, and this one moves together at the same time. So it's a little different feeling. Doesn't really, it's not a huge difference, but the key difference why we have this model is because of the intensity of the roller balls.
Woo! That feels great. Okay, keep going. I don't want to take a break here. You keep talking, Joel.
So how many people, we have 62 people here, how many people joined the yoga class? Just let me know. I'm just curious how many, if everyone who's on live are the same people that are always on live. I'm just curious. But anyways, back to Serenity. Yes, it's a great option for under desk. The whole purpose of this model is for an under desk vibration platform. So you can sit at a desk and it's doing the work. It's light, it's easy to carry.
It is a wired model, so it does have to be plugged in. It's not wireless. It's not battery powered, just FYI.
Yes, it's not battery powered. Hi, Kendall. Welcome.
Hey, imagine this, Joel. We go from exercising on the flex stride. We're working hard. We go hard here. Level 3 right now. Pedal away for like 5 minutes. And then we come over here and we recover. How about that?
That is a great way to program recovery.
Yes. So I'm going to try this under my calves in front of all of you. And do we have any other questions?
No, it's pretty interesting. Today,
It's a quiet group, huh?
No, I think you did such a great job describing the item that there's no questions.
Wow.
When you see questions, you know we didn't do a good job.
That is really deep into the calves right there, my friends. Really deep. Those little rocker balls are really, they pack a punch. I don't know if each one of my legs weighs more than 30 pounds, but it doesn't seem to slow down the roller ball. So I would say what we refer to as stall force. It's got a pretty darn good stall force, not knowing how heavy my legs are. Oh, that's nice. Yep, this is a
Awesome.
slam dunk here, Joel. Can you put it on a bed? I'm going to let you answer that, Joel, because the directions say a flat surface. If you have a firm bed, yes, as long as you've got somewhere to plug it in. But again, it all comes down to how much your lower leg is going to weigh on top of the unit with you completely relaxed on the bed, which shouldn't be any different than how I'm sitting right now. But give it a try. Give it a try. The worst thing that's going to happen is it doesn't want to work because it's not flat. But I don't see that as being a problem because I know some others who use the Vitalize to do the same thing in their bed, you know, because it's convenient. And a lot of people can't get up and down off the floor. So that's definitely a possibility. The one thing I caution you, though, woo! Hold up. Let me experience this for a second. Okay, sorry. I had to experience this. Yep, that's good. Okay, sorry. Had to have a moment. The one thing we don't want you to try to do is doing this on your arms because the musculature in the forearms and the structure in the forearms is much different than the mass down here in the lower legs. So make sure that you don't use it on your arms, on your belly. I know a lot of you, depending on what background you have in fascia and connective tissue and trying to massage it apart, this is not one of those devices that you want to lay on or use on your tummy because, again, too much stimulation can not be a good thing. And for the forearms, again, there's just not enough cushioning like we have here in our calves and the bottom of our feet. Do you know that 25% of the bones in the human body are in the feet and over 100 ligaments in the feet? So there's a lot of great structures in the feet that require mobility, but we're not dealing with viscera like we are here in the tummy. So don't get curious on us and try and mess around with it laying on your tummy or something like that. The other thing that you can do, if you have a desk chair, the one thing you can do is you can take it and you can put it behind you and you can sit against it with the low back. And that actually feels really, really good. And it's actually made to do that versus actually laying. When we're dealing with the back, there's a lot of structural tissue, muscles, like giant muscles, as well as connective tissue that intersects. But we don't have a whole lot of organs aside from the kidneys on the back side of the body. So we don't have to worry about hurting anything that's superficial right there. Whereas right here, there's just no protection. So don't try and jostle your bellies. Leave that to the platforms because the platforms is a totally different type of vibration as a whole. And the platforms you're safe to do that with. So just FYI. Okay, I'm going to come up here and see what these questions are so I can answer. Yeah, so we did answer the question, Donna, from the difference between the Vitalize and the Serenity. If you think about the name of the unit, Serenity is very calming, very flowy, like relaxing. And although the Vitalize is like that as well, the Vitalize, if I'm remembering right, Joel, is a little bit more aggressive in how it's made. So, and the Vitalize is actually made for your arms as well. So, and it's been tested for that. So that's the primary difference. And in fact, I have the Vitalize just right over here. So this is what the Serenity looks like. Okay, super calming. And it's running right now. It's on a speed of 14. Oh, now it's done because it only goes for 10 minutes. Hang tight.
Right. So yes, the Serenity is a little soft. Okay, there we go. She's here. She's back.
Okay, and so like what Joel was saying, the Vitalize, it has, so if you can see it here, okay, I'm not going to turn it on, but the Vitalize, it does more like this, up and down, actually moving up and down, whereas these really don't move up and down, they just vibrate. So this is the same sensation you're going to feel from one of your vibration platforms with the pulsation mode on, not the oscillation mode, but just the pulsation mode where you feel that really nice vibration coming through your device, but it doesn't move a whole lot. That's what that feels like. Whereas this, it actually moves. So, and the little roller balls here are quite a bit more aggressive in the way that they're made, the texture, than these right here. So here's what you do. If you like the foot massager concept, use this before you go to bed, or like late evening when you're exhausted. Use this first thing in the morning when you get up out of bed, because this one's going to wake you up and is going to get your muscles loosey-goosey and flowing, because this one's more, I think this one's more intense overall. So can you use both of them? Absolutely. But they both are just a little bit different. This one's lighter than the other one for sure. And just the shape is a little different. They're both quiet though. So yeah, does that answer that question for you, Joel?
Yeah, answer the question. Just to clarify, one woman, I think it's a woman that commented that her friend is 86 years old, and that's why she asked about the bed. So the reason why we don't want to use it on the bed is only for safety purposes. You know, you just want to. But if you believe you can be careful, you know, how you use it, then it's not an issue. Just, you know, to be safe. It's like probably the same thing is said where a wine glass should not be on your bed. You know what I mean?
There you go. So that being said, Joel, I'm glad you mentioned the age thing. So we don't like to discriminate products by age, but the one thing we have to consider with age is that our joints and our connective tissue and our circulation and the texture of our skin and the thickness of our skin changes as we get older. The older we get, we cannot handle as much intensity. So this, in some ways, it would still work for somebody who's in their 80s or who is in that older population, but might have to wear socks because it might be too much stimulation. So we have to be, less is better, and so you can get used to it. And then when those individuals who are trying to work a neuropathy, or they're trying to work with lymphedema and trying to mobilize things through their feet, or they're just trying to relax at the end of the day. So, you know, if you start with if you start with the Serenity and you're doing great and you graduate from the Serenity because it's just not enough juice for you, at least you're going to know that. But you don't want to get the one that's more aggressive, supposedly, and think you can handle it, and then you get it and you don't use it at all. Like, we don't want you to buy a product and not be able to use it at all. So if you have trouble and trying to figure out which one of these to order, make sure and reach out to us on one of the social media outlets, or contact customer support, or you know, let one of us know so that we can help you in decision making if it comes down to that, because we don't want you to be on the fence of whether you buy either one. If you're not sure if you're going to benefit from it, we're here to help you with taking your aches and pains away, and part of that is taking your stress away. So if you're stressing out over which device is going to work best for you, we're here to help you with those questions as well. I've had so many people contact me over the last month, not knowing which platform is going to work best for them, not knowing which massage gun is going to work best for them, not sure which, you know, one of these other wonderful relaxation products is going to work best. And so that's what we're here for, is to answer those questions based on what each one of your individual scenarios is. Back to you, Joel.
So first of all, thank you very much, Sandra, that you bought for all of your daughters. I hope you have 18 daughters. I'm kidding. But thank you very much. I'm joking. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise, looks like tonight is going to be a short one. So let us know if you have any other questions while Amber enjoys the Serenity. Don't forget that this is only around for another 2 hours and 24 minutes, and then it goes away. And tomorrow is on regular price, 10 a.m.
Yes. The next live event. So, do you want to bring up? We have live yoga each week, correct? Is that on Tuesdays? That I saw.
That's on Tuesdays, 6 p.m.
So those of you who are looking for live classes, I have a lot of you asking, when do you go live with your workouts? I'm going to be honest with you. To answer that question, if we haven't pre-scheduled one, I don't tend to just post that I'm going to go live with a workout. If I happen to see that there's a lot of questions coming up, that we're answering the same questions over and over again, a lot of times I'll try and jump out there and say, okay, this is how we attach resistance bands to a turbo. This is the difference between the Rumble X Pro versus the Rumble X Max. This is, what we would do for, sciatica. So if, we like to have these live events for you so that you can plan them on your calendar. And so I think next week, is it next week, Joel, that we are doing it on a Friday, or it's on the 19th, right? The 19th is our next live launch instead of a Thursday night. Is that correct?
Please, I have no idea. I don't know what's going to happen in 20 minutes from now, and I don't know what's happened an hour ago.
Okay.
Let me check.
Okay.
Next week.
I can tell you on February the 19th, we are having another live.
Yes.
And it's going to be 10 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time, because we were supposed to have another event going on together, and we had to make some changes. So I already had plans because I have a family outside of Life Pro, and so it'd be Friday morning that week. So it's not, we try and keep our live events as consistent as possible so that all of you can tune in and enjoy. The question coming up from Christine on Facebook: can you stand on this? No, you cannot. We don't want you to put any vertical force on it whatsoever. You want to stay in a seated position. You can only do 33 pounds per leg or foot. 66 pounds is the absolute max before it stalls and gives up. And of course, all of our devices have a lifetime warranty. So if you need a replacement, make sure you register your product within like the 14 days that you receive it. If you don't, continue to reach out to us so that we can help you with it if you're having some issues, because our customer service is superb. That's what I love about us. Thank you, Donna. I so appreciate you just as much. And Joel, how do they order this while it's being offered at the reduced rate? Do they just go online right now, or do they have to click a link?
Click the link.
There you go. Oh, I see it pop up there. Yes, I see it.
Kendall. I wonder what is known about using the vibration plate for depression. Any info?
Okay, so yes, there is a direct response with any of the vibration platforms for releasing happy hormones. And your happy hormones, depending on where your family is located, you or your family, we're starting to hit into that winter depression because of the change of the sunrise, sunset. And believe it or not, all of the happy hormones that we need released revolve with sunrise and sunset and how our pupils look into the light. So it actually, a lot of people who are in the dark or not in sun at all are vitamin D deficient. So if you are vitamin D deficient or you're not around sunlight much, you might think about supplementing vitamin D, because vitamin D is a very powerful vitamin. But when it comes to depression, the happy hormones are your dopamine, which is your addiction hormone. So once you get, this is true story. When you get on any one of our platforms, it makes you feel good. So it releases that happy hormone, dopamine. And because it's an addiction hormone, it's a good addiction to get on that device every day because it makes you feel good. So if you're in a slump and you don't feel good and you aren't feeling all that grand about yourself, I like to say, get on the vibration and just let it vibrate the junk in the trunk, because that's what makes us feel good. You have to mobilize stuff in order to feel better and in order for your body to be the best version of itself it can be and to continue to thrive. Oxytocin is your feel-good love hormone. And so again, it releases oxytocin when you're absorbing that stimulation through the bottom of your feet or whatever's in contact with the device. Specifically, though, the bottom of the feet are quite powerful with communication directly to the brain and to your solar plexus, which is where a lot of stuff happens here. That brings me to serotonin. Serotonin is your other happy hormone, and 80% of serotonin is developed in the gut. So if you're having gut issues, serotonin is more than likely not going to be as prominent as what it should be. So getting on the device will help in regulating some of that because it stirs up the metabolism. It mixes things up instead of it being stagnant. And then the final one is the endorphins, which is those of you that are in pain or those of you who are athletes that love that runner's high. The natural endorphin release from being on the platform naturally just occurs after you just have to stand on it or sit in a chair with your feet on it. You just have to get that stimulation somehow because it's causing a lot of your body to repetitively contract and relax, super, super fast twitches. And in doing that, it changes how our body is modeled. And in doing that, that changes. There's a direct association between your connective tissue and emotion and pain and physical vitality. So in a nutshell, that's how the vibration platforms are able to help with depression.
And somebody just sent a message. 2 questions. Number one is they said that they didn't see the discount on the website. So when you add it to cart, that's when it's going to change the price.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's going to show $129, but when you add it to cart, it's going to change to $103.99. And earlier I said $109. So you're already down $6. My bad. Now we have another question from Instagram is how does it compare to the Thrive Plus? However, she adds, she adds, I need a lot of blood flow on the calves and feet.
Okay, so the Thrive Plus is a compression boot system. And the Thrive X, if you're wanting the max ability of circulation to your calves and to your feet, two words of thought here. The first one is the compression boots are going to be phenomenal for massaging and for compressing and for working that lymphedema up if you have lymphedema problem or to pushing circulation down. You have the option of pumping up or pushing down. The other thing is any of our vibration platforms increase circulation by a lot just by having your feet sitting on the vibration platform while you're sitting in a chair. So if you're trying to find the maximal opportunity for improving circulation, global circulation and global lymphatic, what we call lymphatic fluid dynamics, so mobilizing lymph, the greatest return on that is going to be on any one of our platforms. It doesn't matter if it's the Waiver, doesn't matter if it's a Rumble X series. Any one of those is going to create way more circulation throughout the entire body on a global level. When it comes to the Thrive X, if you're wanting to just sit back and relax and you don't necessarily want to make the effort of getting on a platform and you don't want to feel it throughout your whole body, you just want to feel it through the legs, then the Thrive is the way to go for sure. That answer the question, Joel?
Yes, I think there's one more.
Okay.
Can the vibration be felt in the upper leg?
It can. Yes, it can. It just depends on if you are talking about upper leg here, up in here in the thigh. You don't necessarily feel it as much right here because that's where the Velcro comes across. But the rest of it, yes, you're definitely going to feel it across there. And it does not. Go ahead.
My bad. Talking about the Serenity.
Oh, so here, I'll turn it on and you can see it actually mobilizing my leg. It actually does mobilize your leg. So yes, you can move, you can feel it in the thigh. It's not, let me, before I say that, let me crank up the energy. Yes, you can feel the vibration all the way up into, like up to your groin. Yes, things are for sure moving. In fact, stay right there where you're at. Let me adjust my screen here There you go. Yeah, so you can't see a whole lot, but my flubber here, my inner thighs, we're getting some movement there. We're definitely getting a lot of vibration. It's not as much as what you would feel with the vibration platform, but yes, you do feel the vibration. And you don't feel the same thing with the Thrive, because the Thrive is more compression versus vibration. That's an important thing to remember. The Thrive boots don't vibrate. It is graduated compression. So it's massaging through the compression, moving up and down. And Christine, cannot wait to hear what you think about it.
Congratulations, Christine. Awesome. Thank you so much. So I think we do not have any other questions. Let's give a countdown of 30 seconds before we disappear until next week, right? We have another live scheduled next week.
Honestly, I'm kind of like you. I'm living an hour at a time right now. I haven't looked. Let's check that out really quick. I got my calendar right here.
No, we don't have a live. We don't have
next week.
The next week is the 6 p.m. yoga class on Tuesday. Make sure to join. There is a link. If you don't know where it is, just let me see if I have a link handy. Otherwise, just go into our Facebook group and you have a search bar on the top and you can type in yoga and it should come up right away. Let me see if I can get a link for you.
Woo! My feet are starting to itch. We're getting some movement going on down here.
Oh, and very important, not to forget, the 21-day self-care challenge with Amber starts Monday. So that's where you're going to see more of her. One second.
So you all ask about a live workout. You get 21 days of me in a row, and you don't have to be, it's not a live. When you go to register, it's going to give you the information. All of the videos are going to be available on YouTube, released daily. So if you have friends who are not on Facebook, who are not on Instagram, and they want to participate, it is all done through the YouTube channel. They're going to release the video of the day each and every morning so that you can participate at your own time, at your own convenience. So you get all of me for 21 days in a row, and you can mix and match however you want to do. The videos are a little bit shorter. So those of you who have been begging for me to just give you really short tidbit workouts, that's what this is. These are not like 20, 30-minute workouts. These are anywhere from 3 to 10-minute clips on this is how you do this with correct form. And it's kind of like I'm doing personal training with you, basically, and giving you very defined instructions on how to deliver the exercise on a level that's comfortable for you and it's comfortable for anybody. So when I created this program, it was with the intent of working with children, working with senior citizens, working with those with physical and emotional disabilities, working with those who are weekend warriors or diehard go-getters that are working out hard every day, those of you who are sitting at a desk working through most of the day, those of you that just need stress relief. So I'm looking at so many different people who are looking for different options with their platforms. So if you don't already have a platform, you need to get yourself going with one. But that being said, if you don't have a platform, I encourage you to still register because all of the exercises, every single one of them, you can do without a platform. You just do it on the floor or you do it from a standing position because they take you from some positions are standing, some positions are in a chair, some positions are seated on the device, a lot of different options, and it is total body and some of it's balance. It is a wellness challenge. So for those of you who are interested in the weight loss side of things, a lot of these are my favorite exercises that I've done over the last 9 months to lose the 50 pounds that I'm close to losing at this point. I'm 4 pounds away from hitting 50 pounds. And all of it has been with Life Pro, all of it. I haven't done a workout outside of what I have recorded and shared. Yes, you get a pat on your back, Joel, because without you, I would not be in this body at 44 years old and with a horrific metabolism where I started. So I look like now what I looked like when I was in my mid-20s or earlier than that. So if I'm able, and this is my goal, in the next month, my goal is to hit 149 just once, because if I can hit 149, that's only 5 pounds. If I can hit 149, I have not been 149 pounds since 2002. That would be like really powerful testimonial, right? So, ooh, I'm liking the stars.
Yeah, put it on for you.
I think he's telling me either it's bedtime to or woohoo! Superstar. There's that movie, Superstar. So yeah, so I can't wait to work with all of you with the 21-day challenge. And again, you are, as we love to give and share with all of you, we thrive on you sharing with us how we're affecting you, whether it's good or bad. We want to know all of it because that's how we get better. And you are critiquing us. You are our own critic, for us. Because Joel doesn't fill out performance evaluations for me, and I don't do that for him. So you guys are giving us the rating as to what we need to do to be better so that we can deliver to you the greatness that you all deserve and need in order to live your best life forward.
100%.
That is our purpose for all of you.
100%. I had a podcast interview earlier, and she asked me, what am I doing in 2021? So I said, in 2021, I will be obsessing over our customers. So yes, it's all about you, and whatever you say in between the lines, I'm watching, and we're only going to get better. So thank you all for tuning in, and we shall see you Tuesday, 6 p.m. Oops, Monday. What time?
Monday morning.
What time?
I don't know. What time does the challenge start? It's just Monday.
Okay, Monday it is. February 8th. 12 a.m. Be ready.
Because I've already done my end, so I'm just gonna do it every day with you all. And so those of you, you might see me pop in, showing myself live, doing the exercise of the day, just to get you engaged and going. And that way, it's never too late to register. So if we get going, like we're in day 5, and you're like, what is she doing? What is she talking about, this 21-day challenge? You can still jump into the mix. You're just going to be down a few points. So you got to make it up a little bit. Okay? So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Joel, for the opportunity to serve everybody. Without you, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and we wouldn't have all these people that are super happy and life-changing and pain going away. And it's just, it is a full circle universe. So my heart to you. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you. Have a great evening.